everyone, welcome back. I am Sagar and today I am putting the iPhone 16e against the iPhone 14, the phone that it replaces in Apple's official iPhone lineup. Now I said official because although Apple has stopped selling the iPhone 14, in India and in many other countries, many of the online and offline retailers still have them in stock. So both these phones are being sold at the same time. So if you are looking to get a new phone and are confused, or if you bought one and you want to see what you are missing out on, or if you just want to see which one offers best value for your money, you have clicked on the right video. I have always said that price should be the first point for any comparison video, as that helps us set the expectations right. And in a lot of cases, the price of these devices turns out to be the single most important deciding factor. iPhone 16e officially starts at $59,900 for the 128GB storage variant and goes all the way up to $89,900 for the 512GB storage option. These are official prices on Apple's website, but you can already get it for as low as $53,000 to $55,000, including bank offers at some online and offline retailers. Right now, iPhone 14 on the other hand starts anywhere between $52,000 to $54,000 for the 128GB storage variant, and the top 512GB storage option could be purchased for something between $77,000 to $82,000 depending on where you get it from. So the iPhone 14 is available at a lower price point, and rightly so since it has been in the market for 2.5 years longer than the iPhone 16e. So what does the iPhone 16e offer for the higher price point? Let us find out, starting with the design and build of both these phones. Well, this part is simple. iPhone 16e is basically new wine in old bottle. Other than the single camera at the back and the action button in place of the mute switch, both these phones basically look exactly similar. They have the exact same dimensions all around, although the 16e is 5 grams lighter, and all the buttons and ports are also at the exact same position on both of them except the addition of the action button and USB Type-C port for charging on the new iPhone 16e. This new action button is placed above the volume buttons where the mute switch used to sit on the iPhone 14. This is a customizable button which you can assign various functions to, making it much more useful compared to the mute switch. Both have aluminium frame sandwich back glass at the front and back. Both get first generation ceramic shield at the front and same IP68 water and dust resistance rating. 16e does get a matte finish glass at the back as opposed to the glossy glass back on the iPhone 14. I feel like the one on the 16e looks a lot better and attracts much less fingerprints. Both of them also look the same from the front. Speaking of the front, both phones get the exact same 6.1-inch Super Retina OLED displays with notch at the top. Although 16e is part of the iPhone 16 lineup, it doesn't get the dynamic island to hide the front-facing camera and rest of the Face ID tech. I don't mind either the notch or the dynamic island, but I got a lot of comments on the iPhone 16e's unboxing and early review that many people feel that the notch looks better. Since these are the exact same displays, they get equally bright at 800 nits for typical conditions and 1200 nits for HDR content. They also have the same resolution of 2532 by 1170 pixels and a pixel density of 460 pixels per inch. So basically, anything you could do on the display of the iPhone 14, you can do on the iPhone 16e as well. If I show you both these phones from the front, I bet very few can tell which is which. So what does the iPhone 16e offer for its higher price? Well, most of the things that are new are on the inside. iPhone 14 came with Apple's A15 Bionic chip, 6GB of RAM and 128, 256 and 512GB of storage options. 16e comes with the latest A18 chip, 8GB RAM and same storage options as the iPhone 14. A15 on the iPhone 14 comes with 6-core CPU and 5-core GPU, whereas A18 on the 16e gets a 6-core CPU but just a 4-core GPU. Despite of this fact, it scores higher than the iPhone 14 on GPU benchmarks, all thanks to the new chip architecture. iPhone 14 is still very snappy and can handle everything you can throw at it without any issues, but the iPhone 16e does it a little faster and a bit more effortlessly. 8GB of RAM also means that 16e will be able to run Apple Intelligence features whenever they arrive. Just to make it clear, more than half of the Apple Intelligence features which they showed in their announcement have not yet made their ways into this phone, so don't base your purchase decision based on that. For what it's worth, the extra RAM on this phone will help it run more tasks in the background and run it smoother for longer. iPhone 14 uses a Qualcomm modem like most of the other iPhones, but the 16e gets a brand new Apple C1 modem. This is the first time Apple has done something like this. It works just as good as the one on the iPhone 14 and some of the recent iPhones, and I even see lower latency or sometimes faster download speeds, which means the new C1 modem is working as it should. This new modem is also 25% more efficient than the ones on any of the other iPhones, which combined with a new 4005 mAh battery inside this 16e gives it the longest battery out of any 6.1-inch iPhones. The 3279 mAh battery on the iPhone 14 is much smaller in comparison, but it still takes the phone throughout the day without any issues, while the one on the iPhone 16e will last you for over a day and a half at the very least. So if you want a phone which lasts the longest among these two, you should go for the iPhone 16e. When it comes to charging, both these phones support wired and wireless charging, but the iPhone 16e doesn't get MagSafe magnets built in, which the iPhone 14 does. This seems like a really odd feature to give up on. It is, however, not that big of an issue. You can easily get a case which has MagSafe magnets built in. Another major thing that the 16e misses on is the ultra-wide camera on its back. iPhone 14 comes with dual 12-megapixel cameras, one with a 26mm lens and another one with a 13mm ultra-wide one. 16e on the other hand just gets single camera at the back. It's a 48-megapixel sensor with 26mm lens, so this one doesn't get the ultra-wide shooting capabilities natively. Well, if you absolutely need the extra focal lens, you can get add-on lenses like these ones which can add both ultra-wide and macro shooting abilities to the iPhone 16e. There are a lot of these available on Amazon, but I found this one to offer the best optical quality for the price. If you guys are interested, I will leave a link to it in the description section. Anyways, for the purpose of this video, we will be focusing on the native shooting abilities of these phones. So how does the single camera on the newer iPhone stack up against the ones on the iPhone 14? To find it out, here are a few image and video samples which I took from both the phones. Honestly, in good lighting conditions, we can't find that big of a difference between the images from these two phones. Well, there are some differences, like images from the iPhone 16e definitely seem to have more details, and since it has a bigger image sensor, you get to see a bit more of the blur in the background in its images while taking close-up shots. I also feel that the 16e is capturing slightly richer looking colors, and I feel this is more easily visible while capturing low light shots. Its colors in these lighting conditions look more pleasing, at least to me. iPhone 16e gets the same photographic styles like we got on the iPhone 14. It doesn't get the new photographic styles like on the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro, where you have a lot more of them and even more granular control over these styles. The 16e also can't take portrait shots unless it detects a face in the frame, and it will also ask you to get much more closer to your subject for it to detect the edges. And with all of this, it also doesn't get the cinematic mode video option. The front-facing camera on both these phones are the exact same, but thanks to the newer processing algorithms, selfies look slightly sharper from the iPhone 16e. Videos in good light almost look identical from both, but when in lower light, we see a few more jitters in the iPhone 16e's videos, whereas better OS on the iPhone 14 makes sure that its video keeps on looking better and also slightly sharper. So overall, 16e does have a slightly better camera, especially while shooting in bright lighting conditions. And the iPhone 14 gets more of them, allowing you to take ultra-wide shots when needed. But according to me, iPhone 16e is not too bad considering it just gets a single camera. For a much deeper dive into their cameras, make sure to watch my camera comparison video between these two, which is coming out really soon. So just to recap, here are the things which are similar on both the phones. Glass and aluminium build, 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display, 60Hz refresh rate and the same storage options. iPhone 16e gets a matte finish back, slightly lighter body, action button, more powerful A18 chip, 8GB of RAM, USB Type-C port, much bigger battery inside, 48-megapixel main camera, Apple C1 modem and the ability to run Apple Intelligence features whenever it arrives. iPhone 14 on the other hand just has a couple of advantages according to me. It has the ultra-wide lens built in, MagSafe magnets in its back and the ultra-wideband chip. And right now, it is available at a slightly lower price point than the iPhone 16e. I feel like this newer iPhone 16e is well worth the extra 6 or 8,000 rupees. It is 2 years newer, so it will be getting software updates for longer. So if you plan on using your phone for the next 3, 4 or even 5 years, I think this should be the one that you should be going for. So these have been the similarities and differences between the iPhone 14 and the 16e. Which one would you choose based on these things? Keep in mind that this iPhone 16e is really new right now, and once it gets a few months older, its prices will be coming down even more. And once it gets to 45 or 50,000 rupees price point, I think getting this phone is going to be a no-brainer. What do you guys think? If you are deciding between these two phones, which one would you go with? Let me know in the comments. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for a lot more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.